guys, Henry here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy A22. I've been using this device for about a week and a half now, and I think this is Samsung's response to the likes of the Redmi Note 10 5G or the Redmi Note 10. Although this is an entry-level smartphone from Samsung, I think this device is fantastic. And straight up, one of the things that you would absolutely love about this device is that screen. It's a super AMOLED screen, 6.5 inches at a resolution of 720p by 1600. But my God, this is one of the best screens on a budget device that you'll find out there. But before we begin, I'd like to plead to all of you who watch my videos to please smash that like button, as it would help this video get recommended to more people. And if you're also not yet subscribed to the channel, a sub will be most appreciated, and also don't forget to turn on notifications. Let's begin. Now, the Samsung Galaxy A22. Glass front, plastic back, plastic frames, but this thing feels really good in my hand. I absolutely love the way it feels in my hand. It's pretty much compact. It's a 6.5 inch phone, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels really compact. I mean, they've done a really good job of shrinking the overall size of this device. Now let's talk about that display first. It's a super AMOLED display, 720 by 1600 in terms of the resolution of this one. It looks fantastic. I mean, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube on this device, and most of those videos get recommended at 1080p. So yes, you have that situation that Apple had with their iPhone 11. I mean, the colors are vibrant, and for the fact that this is a super AMOLED display, I think Samsung just wanted to one-up every other OEM out there with this device. You've got a 5000 mAh battery in this device. It's rocking a MediaTek G80 CPU and a Mali G52 MC2 GPU. I've had really no problem except for occasional stutters here and there when going to the OS on the Samsung Galaxy A22. In terms of the overall performance of this device, I'm impressed. This is an entry-level smartphone with mid-range performance, if you know what I mean. So let's talk about the cameras on the Samsung Galaxy A22 for a bit. At the rear of this device, you've got a 48 megapixel main wide-angle camera, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide, 2 megapixel macro, and 2 megapixel depth sensing camera. That 48 megapixel camera will shoot video at a max of 1080p at 30 frames per second. The video looks decent. It's not very sharp or really very colorful, but it's decent. It's usable. It's something you could use for vlogging if you're starting out, and you would have absolutely no hassles with the camera on this device. In terms of picture quality, they are really very balanced. I was pleased with almost all the pictures I took on this phone. Color reproduction was good. Dynamic range was quite good. I mean, the exposure was also quite decent. I mean, you don't get really blown out highlights like you get in some other entry-level smartphones. In fact, the image results from this camera, I'm very much impressed with it. And once you post these pictures on social media, people will be hard pressed to tell that this is an entry-level smartphone that produced these images. So yes, for the images from this camera, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I'm that impressed with the images. For the selfie camera, images are quite good as well, although the selfie doesn't really handle dynamic range and exposure that well. There are times when if you have a really bright source of light behind you, it gets blown up, but it also produces quite good images. I mean, the skin tones, the color tones of the images produced from the selfie camera is quite good. Now, talking about the memory capacity of this phone, it's 64 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM. With the second variant that comes with 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM. But again, you can always expand your storage using the micro SD card since you have the slot in here. We've got 5000 mAh battery in here. I mean, battery life on this thing is really good. I think one of the things people look out for when they buy a smartphone is how good does the battery life. Paired with that 720 by 1600 resolution Super AMOLED display, I mean, it just produces really decent battery life. What more do you need from a smartphone? When you're going to bed, you can simply just plug this phone and you're good to go in the morning. Watching videos on this phone is a joy. The colors, I mean, I just have to say this again, the screen to me is the greatest selling point of this device. Colors are fantastic. So in conclusion, I think that the Samsung Galaxy A22 is a fantastic entry-level device from Samsung, and this phone will give the Redmi Note 10 5G, the Redmi Note 10, a run for their money. It's got a 90Hz refresh rate display. I mean, it's pretty much very fluid, and if you've ever used Samsung's One UI, you know how smooth that UI is. So overall, I think this is a fantastic device. Would I recommend this device to everyone out there? Of course, definitely I would recommend the Samsung Galaxy A22 to you out there if you're on a budget. How much does this phone cost? Well, you can see the pricing on the screen, and I think it's a really good deal you're getting with this phone. So guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you like this video, I would like to plead with you to smash that like button down there. It doesn't cost anything. Just smash it so this video gets recommended to more people. Also subscribe and turn on notification if you're not yet subscribed to the channel. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down and I'll meet you in my next video. Cheers.